6:30 on a Wednesday morning in May 2002, the fear of every South African motorist befell Des. On his way to speak at a high school in Soshanguve Township, north of Pretoria, he was held up by 4 armed men. He was dragged behind some bushes to the side of the road, and one of the hijackers shouted,
"Hey, wait! That's all to make If I'm a dead man's surely allowed to say a few last words. God made a promise with me, just as he did with Abraham. Those that bless me will be blessed, and those that curse me will be cursed. You are under a curse. You're already condemned."
Suddenly, the tone of the situation turned around. It was as though the 4 men were in the line of fire, and not Des. Although the men had guns, the fear on their faces grew and grew. Des continued boldly and said, "I rebuke you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ." Suddenly, as if they'd seen a ghost, they all turned tail and fled, dropping Des's car keys in their haste. Des continued on his way to the school where he was scheduled to minister, but his curiosity as to what had scared the criminals off stayed with him for years. In 2004, 2 years after the hijacking, Des was finally to find out why his attackers fled in terror that fateful day near Soshanguve. The answer to the riddle came in the form of 2 prison inmates at the Big Kloof Prison Maximum Security Facility. At the end of one of his services, Des was approached by the 2 men. One of the prisoners told him that they were 2 of the 4 armed men who had tried to hijack him in 2002. Stunned, Des finally got to ask the question that had stuck with him since that day. Why did they run? The answer came like a confession. The hijackers had seen a man standing in front of Des, but this was no ordinary man. His clothes were pure white, and he shone like the sun. The men said they were so scared they ran for their lives. Des asked about the fate of the other 2 hijackers. "They are dead," came the answer. Des's words had been prophetic. The 2 hijackers had been killed in a shootout with the police, whilst the remaining 2 had been taken into custody and sentenced for various crimes. Des was amazed. The words that he had been led to utter had turned out to be true. And now here they were, face to face. The 2 men told Des that they had been coming to his prison outreach meetings and had given their lives to the Lord. These hardened criminals who thought nothing of killing Des for his wallet and car keys are now serving the Lord.